Willkommen in der Abendrunde Gamer von der Ladies. Wir machen jetzt noch ein klein wenig die Gewässer unsicher mit Herald, the Interactive Period. Die Schiffsreise. Ich bin echt mal gespannt, wie das ist. Ja auch? Gut, dann starten wir mal rein. Schlaf schön. Und hallo. Viel Spaß. Aha, hier. Verschiedene Bücher. Ja. Okay. Ah, die Musik ist so gut. So gut. Ein Füllfederhalter. Mauszeiger.
No sense of sound. No smell of air. Breathless. I drifted among faceless shapes, without a clear distinction of form. Blinded. Until someone or something made me soar. Higher and higher still I went. That is all I can remember.
I don't believe you.
Ja, das war doch mal schön gestaltet. So, The Rani. Hier haben wir noch 3 Fragezeichen. Oh, mit Bewegung. Cool.
Now sit down.
Okay. Click to walk. Die Kamera schwenkt mit. Nice.
I'm sorry, but you can't leave until you tell me. Where are you from? And what is it that you seek in the colonies?
Oh, ich bin Gefangener. Devan Rensburg. Came from the West and I'm looking for my roots. I'm just a lone traveler. I seek nothing. I was born here. I'm merely returning home.
What does it matter? I go wherever my feet take me, and I seek nothing in particular.
Do you or do you not swear allegiance to the Lord Protector as a servant of his protectorate?
Don't we all silence? No, I'm nobody's servant.
No, I don't consider myself a servant of anybody.
Okay. Bin gespannt auf das Spiel, auch wenn ich wahrscheinlich nicht bis zum Ende durchhalten werde. Ja, ja.
But you are. The uniform already betrayed you.
Was?
The bright blue fabric, the golden stitching. It tells me that you are part of the crew on one of their ships, probably a merchant vessel. The embroidery even says that you were the captain of that ship.
Okay.
Impressive. But what happened to your ship, Captain?
Our conversation ends here. I'm done.
Tell me whose journal this is.
First, tell me who you are.
I am the Rani, and you can address me as such.
Okay.
Now, is this yours or not? It says Devan Rensburg inside. Is that you?
Was für ein schwer zu verstehender Englisch von der. Ja.
All right, I'm Devan Rensburg. And yes, that is mine.
I already know it's yours. I'll give it back to you, once you've enlightened me on its contents. Now read it for me. And remember, I expect the truth.
Er hat das Buch kurz geblitzt.
Again, where are you from? And what is it that you seek in the colonies?
Ja, ist schon schön farbenfroh präsentiert und dann hinter mal mit dem gemalten animiert, sieht gut aus. Und dann auch noch hier, dass man den Text, die Frage nochmal hat für die Entscheidung.
Fine, I'll give you the long version. It's not like I have any choice. I come from the West, born here in the colonies, but raised in the capital of the Protectorate's homeland, a city that never felt like home. I never connected with its people. I was always the outsider. So I decided to leave that place, in search of my roots. I had heard about someone in the harbour recruiting men for a merchant ship sailing to the east. It was a standard trading mission along the Indigo route. I had never worked on a ship before, but enlisting in the merchant navy was the only way for me to acquire passage across the sea.
Ja.
So that's what I did. The recruiter, Aaron Ludlow was his name, took me in a rowing boat out of the harbour, and there she was, his lordship's vessel, Herald.
Aha. Speichern.
God, Ludlow, have you read this?
Jetzt die Vergangenheit, nicht wahr? Captain Cornelius Hendricks. Okay.
No, sir, I haven't.
Ach nee, das ist der andere. Ah. Second Officer Aaron Lundell, okay.
Your people seem to be causing a lot of unrest in the colonies lately.
Mhm.
My people, sir?
Well, you know.
I don't know, sir.
The indigo farmers, they claim the trade does not benefit them enough. They accuse the Lord Protector of abuse of power and demand fairer wages. The local regent has yet to respond, but I fear he will cave into the pressure.
Hm.
Is that why we have the politician on board?
Yes, Senator Morton is the regent's brother-in-law, and he's going to help him with the complex politics of this affair. He's also accompanying the regent's daughter safely back to the colonies.
Aha.
Remember to treat both of them with respect.
Sir.
Is there anything else you brought from shore?
Well, apart from the new recruit, a letter, sir, addressed to Senator Morton.
Well, what are you waiting for? Give it to me.
Ja.
But, sir, it's not your...
My ship, my rules, Ludlow. You know this. Besides, I don't think Mr. Morton has anything to hide from me. He better not.
May I remind you he is a protectorate official, sir?
And so am I.
Hm.
You there. What do you think, boy? Should I open the letter?
Ah, das sind wir. Hm. Sailor, okay. Gut, da muss auf jeden Fall irgendwas passiert sein, dass wir dann worden sind. Das ist wahrscheinlich relativ zügig.
Don't open it, sir. It's none of your business, and the Protectorate won't like it.
Was freigeschalten? Eine Zeichnung, cool.
Really now? But what if it's important? What if it's something I need to know in order to keep the peace among the crew and passengers? I am the captain after all, and I have the responsibility to know everything. You should remember that, Mr.
Ja.
Mr. Rensburg, sir. Devan Rensburg. Delighted to make your acquaintance, Captain.
Captain Cornelius Hendricks. Nice to have you aboard the Herald. Rensburg. I assume you understand that there are rules here. Officer Ludlow will give you the lowdown on them during your tour of the ship.
Sir, I have other...
But first, Ludlow, I'd like you to find Senator Morton and send him here. I need to talk to him about this letter of his. Be quick about it. I'll send Rensburg after you in a moment.
Okay. Haben wir ja vergessen, die Tabletten zu stellen. Oh. Na dann, mach das jetzt.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Be sure to see me on deck, Devan.
So then, Rensburg, I take it you must be returning home to your family?
Hm.
Yes, I am, sir. It feels strange to say that, though, since I don't really remember my family.
Tja, ja. Ich will das mal eben schnell nebenbei nach, auch wenn unsicher ist, ob die drin bleiben nach der Einnahme. Oh. Ja. Hoffentlich sind sie nicht dann zu schwer.
I was adopted. I know my father is a Protectorian, and my mother is originally from the colonies. It won't be easy to find them. That's why I'm writing everything that might help me with my search down in my journal.
Yes. Yes, I see. Well, you should look at my globe then, Rensburg. As you see, the colonies are very big. You should write it in your journal. Well, off you go to your tour of the ship. Have a nice evening.
You can click to inspect objects that are highlighted when you select them with the cursor and try this on the globe. Right, will do. Okay.
There was a globe in the room. The ornate rooster on top stretched his wings out over the world, as if protecting it.
Can you enter it into the encyclopedia? I will get a notification every time Devan adds new information to his journal. Click anywhere to continue. Move your cursor to the top of the screen to make the journal appear and click to open it. Ah. This is Devan's journal, where he collects all the information he finds during his journey. Bord der HLV Herald, encyclopedia, current task and notes, sketchbook. Alright. So, okay, we can top deck, weather deck, green deck, cargo hold. The map shows information about all locations that you have already visited. You can use the buttons at the bottom to switch between the ship's 4 decks. So, wenn ich dann da war, okay. People, the Herald, documents, pictures, antiques, everyday. Pictures? No. Warte mal, was war das? Ah, okay. Enzyklopädie, Antiquitäten. Oh, schön. Hier ist nichts. Das habe ich gesehen hier. Ja, gut gemalt. Das zieht sich diesmal ganz schön. Normalerweise ist bei mir nach 2 bis 3 Tagen alles wieder gut. Ja, das ist diesmal ein bisschen stärker. Ist jetzt nochmal doppelt so lang. Das ist, denke ich mal, wieder gut. Have a look at the other tabs or click outside the journal to close it and end the tutorial, right? Oh, okay, schön. Ja, klicken wir uns mal durch hier.
Looking at the display cabinet, I wondered what his collection of exotic and antique weapons said about the captain's character.
Es ist cool, dass das alles so vertont ist, finde ich super.
The captain's cabin was one of the few places on the ship with a heater. The crew didn't have such luxuries at all. The paper stand on the captain's desk was filled with letters stamped with a protectorate seal. Cornelis Hendricks seemed to be an important man.
Yeah, an important man.
The captain's newspaper lay open on his desk. Colony unrest, it said. The rest was too difficult to read from a distance.
Mhm. Ja. Okay. Aha. Okay. Ah, wir können auch so ein bisschen hin und her gehen. Uiuiuiui. Bald wird es wieder ein Spiel geben, was so ist wie Sekiro. Ich könnte fast sagen, dass es, wie manche schon geschrieben haben, die weibliche Version ist von Sekiro. Das wird wieder super. Ah. Sind wir jetzt hier oben an Deck?
Well, I would assume he's reading your letter right now, Mr. Morton.
I sincerely hope you're joking.
No, on the contrary, sir. At sea, the captain makes his own rules. As far as I can tell, our captain is king on the Herald, sir. The crew his loyal subjects.
Officer, there are several reasons why the people got rid of the king back in the day. This is precisely the sort of thing that led us to abolish the monarchy. I'm going to have a word with Captain Hendricks now. Please carry on.
Ui. So, hier haben wir unsere kleinen Füße. Dip, 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 dip. Hier ist geschlossen Symbol. Oh, ich dachte, der winkt. Warum zeigt sie nichts an?
The captain's cabin was strictly off limits without an invitation from the captain himself.
Oha.
Not one, but two large ornate compasses stood on the poop deck near the ship's wheel. Protectorate design seems to favor perfect symmetry.
Okay.
I was quite often tempted to take over the wheel and sail us on a random course towards adventure, but that wouldn't have been a smart move.
Ja. Sind sie sich ja gleich eingesperrt. Gehen wir mal hier runter. Hier können wir wieder hochgehen. Das machen wir aber jetzt nicht. Reden wir mal mit dem hier.
That, Devan, was Senator Lewis Morton.
Aha.
Did you see the look on his face when I told him the captain opened his letter? Pure agony.
Was it really necessary to tell him that?
He would have found out sooner or later anyway. People have a hard time adjusting to life outside the capital. On the open sea, the rules tend to change, but customs don't change with them. Mr. Morton is a prime example of that, and you will probably experience the same. The trick, though, is to accept change. It's something that people like Morton will never understand. But you might.
What makes you believe I will?
There's a reason I picked you from the lot. I rarely choose anybody who is unfit for a life at sea. Now for your tour. Welcome aboard His Lordship's vessel, Herald.
Danke. War schon ein schönes Schiff, nicht wahr? Jedenfalls gibt's
A
immer...
Cromwellian-class
Rührei.
protectorate clipper launched in 1851. As one of the fastest sailing ships in the mercantile fleet, she can reach a top speed of 18 knots. During her short life, she has already set multiple records sailing to the colonies and back along the famous Indigo route.
Ja, ich möchte mal wissen, wie schnell war nochmal 18 Knoten? Und dann nehme ich das mit dem, war das ein Witz?
Really? How fast is 18 knots exactly?
A knot is the equivalent of 1 nautical mile per hour. Since a nautical mile is a little over a regular mile, it means the Herald can sail at approximately 21 miles per hour.
Na, schon ordentlich.
And before you start, we still use imperial measurement at sea. Metric has yet to catch on in the Navy.
Ja.
Proof that even sailors have a hard time adjusting to certain changes.
Ja.
Now let's move on to the deckhouse.
Ja. Da hinten ist ein Leuchtturm. Also doch. Elemente eines Horrorgames sind hier vorhanden. Neben Rätseln und Geheimnissen. An Bord.
The bilge pump on the weather deck was used every day. Even in good weather, some water
Geh
tends
zurück
to
ins
end
Bett,
up below
kuscheln.
decks.
Yay! Schön gemütlich. Ich streame gerade draußen im Wald in der Höhle.
Looking through the grate, I could see the gun deck below.
Aha.
As strapping as sailors come, even they can't lift most cargo without the use of a dolly winch.
Ah, okay. Dum, da-dum.
The Cromwellian-class ship type is named after one of the Protectorate's founding fathers, Oliver Cromwell. These ships are merchant clippers, built with trade in mind. Making money is their sole purpose. The Herald is an indigo clipper, which means she mainly takes shipments of indigo powder to the Protectorate homeland.
Aha.
With this powder, we make the paint that coats the hulls of our ships, and the dye that gives the fabric of our clothes its bright blue hue.
I don't really get it. Why is blue paint so important?
You've lived in the capital, Devan. Never noticed the rooftops of its buildings or the clothes of its people? Everything has been colored blue there. The color blue touches on much that the Protectorate holds dear. And indigo is made from a plant that produces the only known blue dye that withstands heavy wear. Until anybody finds a cheaper substitute, the indigo trade remains an invaluable part of our economy.
Ja, sollte schon ein bisschen Qualität haben.
Such an infrastructure just to create paint? There are people starving. Can't we ship more food instead?
You should not see it that way. People with money make the world go round. After all, the Protectorate is built upon free market principles that foster progress through supply and demand. Its people get paid an equal share for the work they do, and with this money they are free to do with as they wish. I am not fond of life on shore, but even I can see that the system works. For most people, at least. Now, onto the bow of the ship.
Okay. Ah, verschossen. Geh mal hier rum. Ich will mal mit dem hier reden. Hier stand doch jemand, oder? Der läuft auch ein bisschen komisch, was? Ah, ich kann nicht mit ihm reden. Schade. Oh, sieht schon gut aus, nicht wahr? Okay.
The Herald was equipped with many life belts. This relatively new invention can save people that have fallen into the ocean from drowning. However, if you get swept away by the current, even a life belt won't help.
Okay. Ah ja. Jupp. First class. Dining saloon. Ah.
Taking a short break to get water from the scuttlebutt was usually just an excuse to congregate with fellow sailors. I was wise enough not to stretch this privilege, not wanting the captain getting cranky with me.
Ah, der hat hier schon schön getrunken hier. Oh, ich kann gar nicht mit ihm raiden.
There was one particular corner on the main deck where the captain couldn't see you from the poop or front deck. Littered with boxes, barrels and sacks, it provided cover for those in a bit of a lazy mood.
Ja, muss man eine Pause machen.
All day long you could hear the chickens cackle. Though the meat was reserved for friends of the captain, their eggs were a special treat for the crew at weekends.
Sag ich ja, Rührei. Lass mich mal hochgehen. Okay.
The capstan is a rotating device that is used to apply force to ropes, cables and hawsers. But I have heard that some captains tie disobedient sailors to it, with their arms and legs spread across the levers.
Ja, und dann schnell drehen. Ist sonst noch was? Ah, hier. Kikeriki.
The Herald's figurehead had impressed me when I first saw it, but standing on deck, I sometimes forgot that it was even there.
Ja, so fällt's auch nicht auf, wenn du so stehst, ne? Gehen wir mal hier runter wieder. So, der merkt das gar nicht. Wir müssen erst hier klicken. Dann hier.
We are standing on the weather deck right now, where you will work every day ensuring the safe passage to the colonies.
Okay.
You will be tasked with tying the knots, reefing the sails, and swabbing the decks. There will be no talking to first-class passengers, no idling around the ship at night, no begging, no fighting, no stealing, and most of all, don't get caught trespassing. Now that sounds like a lot for you to worry about, right?
Ja.
Sounds hard, but I'll do my best.
That's what I thought. Don't worry, it'll get tedious soon enough. Keep in mind that the dining saloon in the deckhouse is only for first-class passengers and officers during this trip.
Okay.
This was a special request by Senator Morton, so please steer clear from the saloon if you want to keep out of trouble. Anyone without a blue coat should just use the service stairs through this door here. Now, is there anything in particular you would like to know?
What if I wanted a blue coat? Where do I get one?
You'll have to earn one.
Aha.
The captain is an honest man. He'll reward hard work. But don't expect him to promote you anytime soon. It took me years before I earned mine.
Ja, bei mir wird es bestimmt ein ganzes Stück schneller gehen. Bin ich mir sicher.
Now just go through this door, past the officers' cabins, and you'll find the service stairs on your right-hand side. Down those stairs you'll find the crew's quarters and your bed. That concludes the tour, Devan. I hope you enjoyed it. I will have to stay out here. I'm on watch tonight.
The bosun will wake you up tomorrow morning to prepare you for the day.
What?
Good night.
Ja. Ja, dann. Gehen wir mal rein.
But I don't want to.
Was Ian Douglas, Cabin Boy, okay.
And take this thing back. But Ian, it's a gift.
Was Rupert Brunswick.
I don't need it. I don't need any of this.
Oh.
I. Get out. I didn't mean to. Get out.
Oh.
I wondered if everything was all right inside.
Go away, Ian. If you want to apologize for the compass, then now is not the right time.
Was hat er kaputt gemacht?
Excuse me, it's Devan Rensburg, sir. The new sailor? I just wanted to check if everything was all right.
Rupert Brunswick, first officer and navigator. Nice to meet you, Rensburg. Welcome aboard. I'm sorry for my tone. I didn't mean to be rude. I do appreciate your concern.
Gut, haben wir schon mal einen Bonuspunkt gesammelt. Aha.
I didn't mean to intrude, sir. I was merely concerned.
Thank you. I'm fine now. But let me give you some expert advice, dear boy. Be careful whom you trust on board.
Oha. Why so?
Some people might not be worthy of your friendship. Keeping to yourself will save you from disappointment.
Okay.
Now, off to bed. It's very late.
Oh, hier ist ja noch eine Tür. Aber das ist hier getrennt, oder? Gucken wir erstmal, was hier drin ist.
The barrels were filled with rum. I wouldn't be surprised if they were placed there on special request.
Ja. Aha.
I was quite surprised to find a flag in the drawer. I'm sure it would not have pleased the Lord Protector to see our symbol of power tucked away in a nightstand.
Okay.
I was quite surprised
So, ich kann das nie mitnehmen, ja. Ich dachte, es war was zum Anziehen gefaltet. Achso, geht automatisch zurück. Ist klar. Hightech. Warum steht hier eigentlich nie was? Ist abgeschlossen. Okay.
It was a peculiar place for a sink. I suspect it didn't fit in the officers' cabins. God forbid that officers have to use the same one as the rest of us.
Er hat ja nie gesagt, ich muss hier durch und dann irgendwie runter oder so? Wieso kann ich hier nie... Ah, okay, ich muss das mir hinklicken. Ah, okay, alles klar. Wait, Moment, was war das? Ach, jetzt kann ich nicht mehr hoch, da war doch ein Bild.
I know you are out there, and even though Mother taught me to address you properly, I know your language is different from ours.
Okay.
Please, hear my prayer. Listen to my heart.
Ja. Ja, lass mich mal hochgehen. Was war das hier? Concubine of the Raja. Die sieht ja schon fast so aus wie die, mit der wir am Anfang gesprochen haben. Ach, der hat ja dort durchgeguckt. Warte mal, jetzt muss ich... Ist doch nicht wegen dem Kompass, oder? So, aha. Hier ist nochmal... Hier ist zu. Was haben wir hier?
Few people on land know about the strict rules in the Navy. Being a sailor requires discipline and a great deal of respect for authority.
Tja, das haben ja die meisten nicht. Jetzt haben wir hier Code of Conduct for Merchant Navy Sailors. First, be punctual. It is very important both of the efficient operation of the ship and to avoid putting extra work on others to be punctual. This is true of joining the vessel at the time appointed, returning from shore leave, reporting for watch, keeping duty, and all other work. Second, be responsible. Every seafarer should carry out their duties efficiently to the best of their ability, with the utmost care for the responsibilities entrusted to them. Seafarers have a right to be told clearly what their duties are and to whom they are responsible for carrying them out. If in doubt, they should always ask and obey. Third, care for the facilities. The ship is both a seafarer's place of work and home. Therefore, both personal and shared facilities and accommodation should be used appropriately. The utmost consideration of others, also using said facilities. Fourth, care for your fellow seamen. A person's antisocial behavior can be nuisance and may even place the ship and the crew at risk of danger. Such behavior, which includes, but is not limited to, excessive noise, abusive language, bullying, aggressive attitudes, and offensive personal habits, will be severely punished by the captain in charge of the vessel. Fifth, comply with the rules. Any person on board a ship must abide by the captain's rules and procedures. These also include, but are not limited to, the rules and procedures detailed in the Merchant Navy Handbook relating to alcohol, opiates, weapons, unauthorized persons or possessing or cargo, health and safety, harassment and criminal or fraudulent activity. Ja. Ja, macht schon Sinn. Ja. Ich steckt mehr Technik drin, als man denkt. Ah, nur das.
I'll admit I did consider trying on the blue coat, but the chance of someone noticing was too high.
Da muss ja irgendwas gegeben haben, dass du das machen musstest. Okay. So. Cool mit der Kamerafahrt. Was gibt's hier? Ah, ja.
The apples reminded me of home. Looking out of the window of my small room, I used to dream about this journey while staring at the fruit trees in the garden.
Schön. Guter Wein.
On the table stood an open bottle of wine, and there it remained for the rest of the voyage. Maybe I should have taken it to the galley to be used as vinegar.
Okay.
The playing cards, strewn everywhere, seemed to indicate that the sailors liked to play games. I preferred to write in my journal, rather than occupying myself with such silly things.
Ey, Kartenspiel kann schon was Cooles sein, hm?
Boxes, big and small, were everywhere on the Herald. I wondered what was inside the one on the table, but I didn't dare to open it.
Der schläft ja schon. Oh. Was ist das? Ach, das sind die Waffen. Die Waffen. Hä? Das ist so komisch gemacht. So. Ah. Der schläft jetzt hier. Ist ja irgendwo cool, die Perspektiven. Wo ist mein Superbett? Das hier? Ah, hier oben. Haha, witzig. Ah, Koffer.
I had dumped my own luggage above my bed. It was a huge chest, but there was barely anything in it.
Okay. Was, wer schläft? Ich bin halb wach. Nur halb. Die andere Hälfte schläft schon.
Most books I found in the crew quarters were racy accounts of comical adventures, so it was quite surprising to me that my crewmate Arthur was reading works by Chaucer.
Neue Perspektive, neue Dinge.
The shelf contained many bottles of medicine, most of which were completely useless, since they had been bought by superstitious sailors for non-existent ailments.
Okay. Ach, hier. Das ist mein...
It was getting late. I had to go to bed.
Yep. Gute Nacht. Oh, wer ist das?
All hands on deck. The sun is out and breakfast is served on the gun deck.
Caleb Haywood. The boat's wane.
You too, boy. Ian!
Oh, I'm not well, sir. It's probably the food from last night. I don't really feel like eating anything right now.
Oh, really? Well, I don't trust Andres Bangers and Mash either. but you won't make me believe that they made you sick. That would be way too convenient for you.
I'm not lying, Caleb. My stomach tells me that something's wrong.
That's Mr. Haywood to you, boy. And I know exactly what you're thinking. You heard that Ludlow was sick this morning, so you're trying to blame it on the food.
Hey, wie sollen wir das gehört haben? Wir haben noch geschlafen.
Nice try, boy. Now get up and start running.
No, I won't. You can't force me. I'm going on strike.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, kid. You wouldn't last a day.
Excuse me, but I could take over the boys' duties for today, if that is necessary.
You the new guy. Rensburg, ain't it?
I'm Haywood, the bosun on this here ship.
If you want to help, you could report to Officer Brunswick at the helm. Needs his boy to do an errand for him. But since this wretch won't get out of bed, I don't mind you doing it.
Okay.
Though, if I were you, I wouldn't do no favor for that lazy kid.
No.
Fine, I'll do it. But remember, Ian, I'm doing your chores, so don't forget that you owe me one. Now, what do I need to do, Haywood?
Just follow the instructions Officer Brunswick gives you.
Okay. Den haben wir ja schon gestern gesprochen.
Now, off to the helm with you.
Okay. Na, kannst du mal richtig ausschlafen, was? Ian Douglas, okay. Frühstück gibt's trotzdem, oder wie?
A risque pin-up poster hung tucked between two opposing walls. It tried to sell the colonies on some sort of exotic fantasy. I have to admit that its delusions were once mine.
Der ist ja gar nicht mehr hier jetzt abgeschlossen.
It was a peculiar place for a sing.
Ja. Ja. Wer ist denn das hier? Was ist das für eine Farbe hier? Okay. Oh, kannst du nicht rennen? Hallo, hallo? Müssen wir erstmal den Typen finden. Dürfen wir dort nicht rein. Frühstück.
I don't need them, Captain. We need to head southwest by west for most of the day, and then turn west by 15 degrees around sunset.
Ja.
Might I suggest we raise the studding sails to maximize our speed?
I still want to see them, Rupert. Where is that boy of yours? Get him to fetch the maps.
I haven't seen him this morning. It's possible that he's still...
Ah, good morning, Rensburg. Nice to see you up and running. Rupert, have you made the acquaintance of Devan Rensburg yet? He's our new sailor.
Yes, we already met last night. Good morning, Rensburg.
Good. Now, Rensburg, have you by any chance seen a boy named Ian this morning?
Ja. Ausschlafen und Frühstück. Muss man das kennen? Nicht unbedingt.
He is ill, Captain. Not feeling well at all, he said. So I'm taking his place for today.
When is that boy going to step up his game, Rupert? He's your student. Discipline him, or I will.
Ian seems a bit unhappy, Captain. Maybe we should give the boy some space?
Nonsense. The boy is weak. He needs to be dealt with swiftly, lest he never become a man.
Sehr hochinteressant.
I agree that Ian might be a bit weak, frail even, but a man with his gentleness is something the world might benefit from one day.
Some say you're soft, officer. But I appreciate your honesty. There is no denying that it has got you quite far in life.
Please, just leave the boy for a day. I'm sure Rensburg will do fine in his stead. Right, Rensburg?
I'll do my best, sir. What should I do first?
The captain would like to see my maps. Since Ian's not here, I'd like you to fetch them for me.
Ja, die jetzt aber auch gleich mit hochbringen können, was?
My map of the European coast should be somewhere in my desk. I'll tell you a secret. I keep a spare key to my cabin in the picture in the officer's hallway.
Oh, die Wolken sehen gut aus. Achso, kann ich mich schon bewegen? Ja. The officer's hallway? Halt, hier war plötzlich die Lupe. Okay. Dr. Niklas Gehrig. Das ist sehr ekelhaft.
Seasick again.
Oh, Doc, hast du keine Medizin?
A brass sign forbade anyone but passengers and officers to enter the deckhouse. It appeared to have been placed quite recently.
Okay, warte mal, jetzt müssen wir mal zurück, wo die Lupe war. Der hört sich ja fast wie ich dann. Oh, super Geräusche.
A brass sign forbade
Ach, das war
anyone
nur für das Schild, okay. Oh, der klettert hier hoch. Uiuiuiui. Gut, hat es den Namen angezeigt. cool. Das muss ja hier... Ist das hier irgendwo drin?
It was a peculiar place for a sink.
Ja. Nee, das ist ja nur wieder...
I was quite surprised to find
Ja.
the pitcher contained a spare key to Officer Brunswick's cabin.
Ah. Habe ich den jetzt direkt? Ja. Kann ich das sehen? Ja. Ah ja, ich kann rein. So, jetzt sind wir hier drin. Aha, oh, das sieht aber nett aus.
A painting of the night sky was hanging on the wall. The use of colors was striking.
Sehr gut. Schönes Bild.
One of the paintings on Brunswick's wall was a depiction of the Battle of the final battle of the Anglo-Dutch War. One of the paintings depicted 3 white boys playing with a ball in a sunlit square.
Wer ist das?
On the top shelf stood a portrait of a stern-looking man. I later learned it was Brunswick's mother.
Ich wollte schon sagen, sieht schon aus wie eine Frau.
The entire bookcase was devoted to poetry. Among them were some of the most famous works by Shakespeare, Byron, and Poe.
Wait, what about Byron? Oh.
I was surprised to find Brunswick's spyglass in here.
Tremendous.
You'd think a navigator would keep that with him at all times.
Ja.
On the top shelf stood a portrait.
Ah. Ja.
I got the sudden urge to write something obscene in one of Brunswick's books. I realized that this was an incredibly stupid idea.
Stupid, but funny.
I found Brunswick's maps of the European coast inside the drawer of his desk.
Yeah, explore a little bit more.
A broken compass lay shattered inside Brunswick's desk. It was a shame to see such a delicate object destroyed.
Ja.
A small collection of astronomy books betrayed Brunswick's fascination with the celestial bodies. Maybe this was the secret to his success as a navigator. Looking through the Merchant Navy's handbook, I discovered that officers are usually allowed to carry guns, but other members of the crew are not.
Okay.
A beautiful brass sextant was sitting on Brunswick's writing slope. I recall a teacher telling me how this complex device works, but I'll be damned if I can remember. On the writing slope lay a detailed map of the African coast, the sea full of lines, markings, and notes I didn't understand. I found Brunswick's maps of...
Yep.
What took you so long? Were you lost? My cabin isn't that big, you know.
Okay, das sagte nur, wenn ich dann nochmal mich umgesehen habe.
I'm sorry, sir. I'll ensure that I'm faster next time.
Ian would have done such a simple task in mere seconds.
Give me the maps, Rensburg. Well, that's convenient.
Ja.
According to these calculations, raising the studding sails might double our speed. Rensburg, find Boatswain Haywood and ask him where he keeps his studding sails. He's probably somewhere near his workshop.
All right. Rupert.
I was quite often tempted to take over the wheel.
Ach, hier ist der. Oh, wer ist das hier?
Look, Uncle!
Tabitha, was? Base. The AC. Lady. Okay.
Water as far as the eye can see. Imagine how big the world must be.
Yes, dear.
Okay, die Demo hat echt einen Knall. Workshop. Muss ja irgendwo hier hinten sein. Und was mit meinem Frühstück? Was mit dem hier? Ne? Ist ja noch hier unten. Ach, hier. Hier können wir jetzt rein. Cool. Da ist er ja.
You again? So how does your new job suit you, huh?
I'm doing fine. It's not the best work, but it's not that hard either.
Well, of course they wouldn't trust you with hard work like mine. Now would they? So, what do you want?
I was sent by the captain to get the studding sails. Do you have them?
Ah, so you're the official errand boy now, huh? Well, it just so happens I need something done.
Okay.
I'm not going to do anything for you. Just give me the sails already.
Hear me out, will ya? We got a real problem down here.
Yeah.
Someone's been sneaking around my workbench. The
Oh.
key to the weapons cache was in a different drawer than usual.
Oha. So, aber wo ist es hingegangen? Das ist die Frage.
So I checked the cache and discovered I am missing a 51 Colt Navy.
Mhm.
If the captain finds out, we'll all be held responsible. So we need to find that thing before he gets wind of it.
Why do I have to do this? Why aren't you going after the culprit yourself?
You think I got nothing better to do? Let me tell you something, Rensburg. You'll need allies on this ship. This is a good opportunity to prove to me what you're worth. I'm too busy right now, so I really need someone else to fix this. The crew will owe you one if you can return that gun safely to me. Now, go and find out who stole that thing, will you? And be careful what you ask people. We don't want to cause a panic now, do we?
Werden wir sehen. Hey. Caleb Haywood. Was hat denn der jetzt so drin? Okay.
You could expect to find something as random as a drawer full of door handles from time to time. It was a workshop, after all.
Na ja. The Hammer. Ja. Geräusche sind richtig gut gemacht. Ja gut, ich könnte wahrscheinlich eh nichts mitnehmen, wenn der Typ hier ist.
According to Haywood, his saw had once been used by Dr. Gerrig when Sylvain, one of the sailors, got stuck between the gears of the cargo winch. Since that day, it's been a lot easier for me to tell them brothers apart, he added with a smirk.
Oh. Okay. Darüber kann ich nicht gehen.
The gun deck was off limits during my shift.
Ah ja, okay. Halt. Irgendjemand muss es ja haben. Aha.
Old soup cans full of nuts, bolts, and nails lined the shelves around the mast.
Okay.
As brash a man as Haywood seemed, his violin betrayed his softer side.
Tja, vielleicht ist er ein ganz guter, aber müssen wir mal schauen. Wir hätten jetzt die Pistole. Oh, wer ist das? Wie bekomme ich das raus? Das waren ja nur die Sachen hier.
I'll admit I did consider trying.
Ja, okay. Ist hier was Neues hingekommen? Bin schon Apfel essen. Wird immer noch
The
kein
apples reminded
Frühstück.
me of home. Looking out of the window of my small room, I used to dream about this journey while staring at the fruit trees in the garden.
Okay. Wo ist denn der hin? Der Ian? Das ist gar nicht mehr da. Okay.
Rensburg, what are you doing up here? Shouldn't you be getting those sills?
Ja.
have one question, sir.
Sketch unlocked, cool.
I'd like to know how the crew protect themselves in case of an emergency. Are we allowed to carry a gun?
Well, on most ships in the merchant navy, all officers are allowed to carry firearms. But I don't want that on my ship, so I asked Boatswain Haywood to keep them safe and sound inside the workshop.
Okay.
Whenever there is an emergency, the rules change, and the crew can bear arms, but that rarely ever happens.
Rarely. Yeah.
For as long as I have been captain on this ship, I have never carried a gun, simply because I've never needed to. But you should hurry up now, and get those studding sails from the boatswain.
Mhm. So, hier ist niemand, den wir fragen können. Geh mal hier runter. Doppelklick ist immer eine nette Sache.
Taking a short break to get water from... A brass sign forbade anyone...
I don't see any sails, Rensburg.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm concerned about Ian. He seems angry about something.
He's just being a pubescent boy, like always. Children his age can be very stubborn. He'll grow out of it.
I don't think that's it, sir. I think it has something to do with you.
Me? His mother? His father? According to Ian, it's always been someone else's fault. Growing up, the boy was often difficult to handle. Why do you think he's here in the first place? It was his mother, Mary, who asked me to take him in as my protege. I care about Mary and her family, so I couldn't refuse. But now, I regret that I didn't. I tried to reason with Ian, tried to convince him that I only want to protect him from harm. He just doesn't believe me.
So, gehen wir schon in die Richtung für die Waffe.
He sounds like a difficult person. Do you think Ian would steal if he got the chance?
What? I don't want you to judge him like that. He's a rascal, but not a criminal. Now get back to work. We're still waiting for you to bring up those sails.
Ja, aber die kriege ich doch erst, wenn ich das der Waffe habe. Mehr können wir nicht reden, okay. Hey, Moment, hier kann ich rein?
A brass sign forbade anyone...
Kann ich nicht.
Looking through the grate, I could see the gun deck below.
Ja. Mit dir hier. Einmal scheppern. Hier.
You had to see your face.
That's not funny, my dear.
Sorry, Uncle. I won't laugh.
What are you looking at? Leave us.
Oh, ich wollte gerade mit der hier reden.
So many lines and ropes that were going literally everywhere. I still can't comprehend how most sailors I met on the Herald knew the function and name of all of them.
Ja. Ja, ja. Hm. Geh mal hier hoch jetzt.
The captain's cabin was strictly off limits.
Mist. Ja, warte, hier ist noch jemand. Ach, der. Gut, da gehe ich jetzt nochmal zurück. Und dann rede ich nochmal mit dem Typen. Und dann war auch Schluss. Das sollte für den Eindruck der Demo genügen. Raymer.
I was quite often tempted.
Ja, ja. Mal, kann ich denn hier vielleicht direkt was machen, oder ist es...
The bilge pump on the weather deck was used.
Eine neue Option.
Sailors come. Even they...
Na. Schade. Oh, kann ich mit dir hier reden? Hallo. Nein. Du siehst verdächtig aus. Hier. Sven Bro. Ja.
All day long you could hear the chickens cackle. Though the meat was reserved for friends of the captain, their eggs were a special treat for the crew at weekends.
Ja.
There was one particular corner on the main deck where the
Okay.
I'm not feeling well today. Please, let me sleep.
Der Ludlow ist hier drin.
I'm not feeling well today.
Oh, okay. So, ich habe nicht mehr rausgeklickt. Oh Mist, kann ich mit ihm reden, ey.
According to Hayward, his saw...
So ein Mist.
The gun deck was off limits during my...
Tja, das ist jetzt natürlich wieder ungünstig. Ich dachte, ich kann jetzt mit ihm reden. Ah.
Even the grinding wheel couldn't sharpen some of the dullest blades aboard this ship.
Na toll, na toll, na toll.
The shelf contained many bottles of medicine, most of which were...
Warum kann ich mit denen nicht reden?
All crew carried luggage, some of them more than others, but nobody carried as much junk as Hjalmar Olsen. Why? I had no idea.
Ja, gute Frage. Warte mal, was habe ich hier?
All the soap in the world can't get the briny smell of the sea out of a sailor's socks, let alone the other pungent odors.
Ja, ja. Ach ja. Hm. Andere Perspektiven. Dass ich mit denen nicht reden kann, das ist schon ein bisschen ungünstig.
I had dumped my own luggage above my bed.
Hm.
I got the sudden urge to write something obscene in one of Brunswick.
Hm. Na, das geht nicht.
On the writing slope lay a detailed map of the African coast.
Tja, hier komme ich jetzt erstmal nicht weiter. Tja, das scheint nicht ganz so zu klappen. Ja, das ist cool gemalt, gefällt mir.
I'm not feeling well today.
Es geht nur das. Schade.
I was quite surprised to find a flag in the drawer.
Mhm.
The capstan is a rotating...
Ah, hier ist noch jemand. Ah, hier ist er doch. Ian.
Came to tell me off too?
Ja.
You aren't really sick, are you?
I just needed some fresh air. I'm...
Ja, ja.
I understand that you're angry. It must be hard for you, living on this ship.
Stop with the fake concerns. Who are you anyway? Did Brunswick send you to talk me around?
To turn me around? Or heeft ze echt zo zorgen? Ja, also.
I'm Devan Rensburg. I'm new. I just wanted to let you know that Brunswick is really worried. I think he really cares about you.
Of course he cares. Him and his weird requests. He is everywhere I go. Around every corner and in every room. I'm sick of the man. His presence alone drives me completely insane.
Okay.
What weird requests? Like, really weird?
Well, on some nights, he wants me to come to his cabin. And when I do, he'll ask me to sit on the side of his bed.
Oh, hell no.
Then, he takes out a notebook, one that he hides for fear of others reading it. And then he forces me to listen to him reciting his corny poetry.
So, you said he hid his notebook. Do you know if he hides other things too?
Brunswick often hides his most prized possessions, like his compass, the one that he got as a present from his own mentor, Francis Beaufort. He gave me the thing as a present, but I refused. Next thing I know, it's on my pillow with a wee note telling me to be more grateful.
Wo gibt denn der das dann trotzdem?
Do you know if he has a gun, Ian? One that he keeps hidden, perhaps?
A gun? I'm not sure, but I don't trust Brunswick with anything anymore. You should go to his cabin and search his bookcase. If there's anything he's hiding, it'll be there.
Danke, Ian. Quatsch. Nee, wo ist hier lang? Ist hier oder auf der anderen Seite?
A loose wallboard was cleverly hidden behind a couple of books.
Ah, secret.
Behind the loose wallboard was a cleverly hidden compartment containing a single booklet. It seemed to be Brunswick's journal. It was Officer Brunswick's journal. Brunswick's last entry told about a hole in the wall behind one of the paintings.
Aha.
It was Officer Brunswick's journal. Brunswick wrote about Ian in his journal. He seemed to wonder why Ian was often angry and agitated, and he was also particularly saddened by him breaking his compass.
Ja, wenn das so bloß ein Schiffsnavigatormeister ist.
There was a poem and something about calculations on the page. Brunswick's last entry told about a hole in the wall behind one of the paintings.
Wait.
Brunswick seemed to like writing rather cheesy poetry.
Ja, du musst es aber auch wieder zumachen, oder? Sonst merkt er das.
One of the paintings depicted 3 white boys. The painting seemed to have been moved recently. Behind it was a small gap between the planks.
Aha. Secret. Nummer 2. What the hell?
What's that?
Du. Ja. Wir waren schon am Anfang irgendwie seltsam. Er fühlt sich nicht so wohl, hat er vor uns ein paar Mal gesagt. Jetzt hat er die Waffe und schießt hier rum, oder was? Weil der das nicht machen darf. Der wird aber gerne eine Waffe haben. Darum hat er die gestohlen.
Is there someone spying on me?
Nein. Wie hat er das jetzt gesehen? Ja, ich mach das.
You stole the gun!
Devan, are you snooping around?
No.
I didn't expect you to be that kind of person.
Ja, ich habe eine Spezialmission.
Look, Ludlow, we really need to talk. Can I come in?
Well, all right. Just be quiet, and I'll unlock the door for you.
Aha, okay, sind wir
Before you
gleich
start,
rumgegangen.
please listen to me, Devan.
Okay.
I know it's against the captain's rules and all, but some rules are there to be broken.
Aha. Was nehmen wir denn jetzt?
Are you willing to explain to me what's wrong? You seem troubled.
I'm fine, don't worry. I wasn't secretly plotting to go on a killing spree tonight.
Na, wer weiß.
But you never know. I might change my mind.
Ja. Was? So,
May I ask you why you locked yourself in your cabin with a gun? I hope you were not trying to...
I'm not suicidal. It's just... It's not fair, Devan. I know the Merchant Navy Handbook from cover to cover. It clearly says that every officer is allowed to bear arms.
ja.
Every officer, Devan. I'm an officer, so why don't I get to exercise my rights aboard the Herald?
Ja, weil du ein zweiter Officer bist, darum.
Why is the right to carry a gun so important to you?
Forget the damn gun, Devan. It's not about that. I just want the captain to know that if Brunswick gives up his rights, it doesn't automatically mean that I'll give up mine as well. For some reason, I'm always expected to do as the white man does. I'm never trusted to make my own decisions. Sometimes I feel like I'm an officer in nothing but name.
Okay.
You won't achieve any recognition by breaking the captain's rules. If an officer wants respect, he has to deserve it. I won't tell anybody you took the gun, but only if you return it to the weapons cache. If you do, then do it now, before the shift changes and everyone wakes up.
Ha! Caught you red-handed.
Oh shit.
Good job, Rensburg.
How dare you barge in here?
Didn't your mother teach you that stealing is wrong?
Stealing? I am exercising my rights as an officer. Now get out of my cabin.
You really think that those fancy clothes give you any rights? Now, act like you're supposed to and give that back.
Why do you need a gun, Ludlow?
Before I became part of this crew, I was always allowed to carry a firearm. I just don't see why I can't have one now.
I don't believe you. You're up to something. I just know it.
No, I'm not. You have to believe me. I just want to feel safe.
Ain't there other ways to protect yourself? A real man can always count on his fists.
Well, I know my way with a knife, but I don't have anything other than the cutlery from the galley to work with.
You've been sneaking around in the galley too now, have you? The nerve.
Give the gun back, Ludlow. It's not yours.
It's none of your or Haywood's business. I'm keeping it, and we'll see what happens from there. Tell the captain if you want to. I don't care.
Fine, keep the darn thing. But I'll be laughing when your back gets whipped.
Catch unlocked.
You come with me, Rensburg. It's time we got those sails to the captain.
Yep. Okay, andere Wendung. Ooh. Schön. FPS. Saving.
Thank you for helping me yesterday.
Ja, hoffentlich vergiss es nicht.
It felt like the right thing to do.
You know, I don't even need to have a weapon with me all the time. Just knowing that I can get it from my cabin whenever I want makes me feel safer. So I wanted to thank you for it. Would you like one of Undra's butterscotch treats? They're the captain's favorite.
Did you steal those too?
Come on, Devan. You should learn to enjoy the good things in life for once and stop asking questions. They taste a lot better if you don't know anyway.
Well, okay then. Those look too delicious to refuse.
They do, don't they? Feel free to indulge yourself, Devan.
Why are you being so friendly with me?
I thought you'd never ask.
Mm-hmm.
I need allies, Devan, and friends can provide a kind of protection that a weapon never will. Back in the capital, I picked you, and believe me, that wasn't without reason.
Care to tell me what the reason is?
The captain thinks I don't know, or that's what I hope I've led him to believe. But I read his newspaper the moment I got my hands on it.
Mm-hmm.
Here, take a look.
Uh-huh.
Without indigo to trade, the reason for our voyage has become a mystery to me.
And where exactly do I come in?
I needed someone I could trust, who would care as much as I do.
Oh, die Stimmen sind echt gut.
True, it was a gamble, but I sense that by now you know very well why I picked you.
Okay.
If not, I'd advise you to take a look in the mirror. I'm worried, Devan. There seems to be more to the Herald than meets the eye. What's going on down there?
Oh shit. Ist jemand angeschossen? Oh no. Ian.
Don't come any closer!
Sketch unlocked. Uh-oh.
I'll jump! I will! Just get away!
What happened? What did you do?
It was his hand that guided me. But now I need to finish it. I must.
If you jump, you will die.
I know that! I'm not as stupid as everyone thinks I am.
You're a smart boy, Ian. Confused, but smart. Don't prove them right by doing something as stupid as this.
But this is the only way. I've been shown this is the only way.
Ian, think about it. Maybe think of all this as a test to overcome your fears and look them right in the eye instead of running away.
You mean... It's... Oh Lord. What have I done?
Hey, gerettet. Sketch unlocked. Ooh.
I had saved Ian from making another mistake. But none of the crew cared for the cabin boy's fate. They were all too busy tending to the esteemed navigator, who was bleeding out on the deck below us.
Damit endet Herald, an interactive period drama. Thank you for playing our demo. Nice. Ja, also ich muss sagen, das war schon eine coole Demo. War mehr im Sinne von die Geschichte mit genießen. Aber ja, Soundkulisse, das Gesprochene, die Animation, die Darstellung, die verschiedenen Stile. Richtig, richtig toll gemacht. Und da es ja dann sozusagen mehrere Bücher sind, wird das auf jeden Fall noch ordentlich zunehmen. Cool, dass ich das entdeckt habe. Aha. Die komplette Reisesaga. Okay. Ja, es ist auch geschrieben, Herald ist ein entscheidungsorientiertes Abenteuer, das auf hoher See spielt. Gehe an Bord des HLV Herald und lüfte seine dunklen Geheimnisse in einer fesselnden Geschichte über Tyrannei und Knechtschaft. Ja, dann können wir auch noch auswählen die Entscheidung, wie wir uns wirklich entscheiden möchten in den Gesprächen. Wir können uns viele Sachen ansehen, können auch verschiedene Perspektiven einnehmen und andere Dinge finden. Ja, verschwörungsmäßig und Verbindungen formen, Allianzen. Das scheint schon ein gutes Thema zu sein. Mhm. 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 Ja, cool gemacht. Mal sehen, ob dann immer so ein bisschen gesprungen wird zwischen den Figuren und dem, was wir am Anfang gesehen haben. Oder kommt es dann erst wieder ganz zum Schluss? Navigiere ein Schiff voller Geheimnisse. Ja, bei der Demo hat man natürlich gesehen, dass dieses Menübuch, dieses Journal gewisse Sachen gar nicht angezeigt hat oder unvollständig hatte. Das hat nicht ganz so funktioniert in der Anzeige. Okay. Und es ist auch, sehe ich gerade, ganz, ganz frisch rausgekommen. Okay. Ja. Da mal gefolgt. Das ist so ein Mehrfach-Storyteil, das ist auch ganz nett. Vor allen Dingen, wenn dann alles draußen ist, dann können wir das in einem Rutsch-Stream sozusagen. Natürlich mit Pausen, ne? Was natürlich dann wieder kein Rutsch ist, aber ihr wisst schon, wie ich meine, ne? Dass man jetzt keine Wochen, Monate oder Jahre wartet auf den nächsten Teil. Können wir das sozusagen hintereinander. Das ist vielleicht besser zum Ausdruck zu verstehen. Ja, richtig, richtig gut gemacht. Finde ich gut, solche Games, ja. Ja, war eine coole Demo. Sehr, sehr schön. Ja, was sagt ihr? Ist diese Variante hier sehr viel gemixt auch was für euch oder sollte das eben in einer anderen Manier sein? Ja, hauptsächlich ist ja Abenteuer, Point-and-Click, interaktive Erzählung richtig gut zusammen gemixt. Oha. Ja. lief auch wirklich richtig gut. Was ich gerne natürlich mal wissen wollte, wir hatten ja am Anfang die Dame gehabt mit den 3 Fragezeichen. The Rani. Ich weiß es nicht genau. Ist es dann direkt der Name oder hat das irgendeinen gewissen Stand? Rani muss ja irgendwie für eine Person irgendeine Bedeutung haben. So, alle indischen Gamer-Freunde und Ladies, die das wissen, können das gerne mal in die Kommentare schreiben, was Rani als definierte Bedeutung mit sich bringt, vom Wort her. Also, lasst es mich da gerne mal wissen, denn das sagt mir gerade nichts. Ja, sehr, sehr cool. Das Einzige, was man vielleicht ein bisschen mit sagen kann, ist, dass man nicht mit allen direkt mit sprechen kann. Hinweissystem ist auch angegeben mit dem Aufleuchten zum Untersuchen. Ja. Von den Entscheidungen her dementsprechend immer, ja, wie man es eben selber machen würde. Okay, ja, damit haben wir die Demo abgeschlossen. Wieder ein weiteres Indie Point-and-Click-Game in den Archiven der Gaming Lounge. Das reiht sich dann natürlich wieder in eine neue Playlist ein. Also viel Spaß schon mal da beim Schauen und gerne unterstützen mit einem Abo für meinen Kanal und den Daumen nach oben geben. Der Algorithmus weiß, hey, hier gibt es auch tolle Point-and-Click-Games neben der Horrorseite. Schön ausgeglichen. Und dann ansonsten natürlich gerne teilen, Kommentar schreiben, wie ihr das so findet. Vielen, vielen Dank und folgt sehr gerne auch auf den anderen Social Medias. Hauptsache, genießt die Videos. Ja, das war Herald, The Interaktive Period Drama Complete Edition. Die Demo vom ersten Buch, Game of Thrones Ladies. Das war es jetzt von meiner Seite aus. Kommt gut in die neue Woche rein. Wir sehen uns dann wieder beim nächsten Mal. Helges, danke dir fürs mit dabei sein, wo dich der Schlaf gekriegt hat. Weiterhin gute Besserung. Und ansonsten bis zum nächsten Mal. Das war's jetzt. Euer Twitcher live aus der Gaming Lounge. Dankeschön. 5 von 5 Twitcher Sternen für die Demo. Und ciao.